So recently we have experienced pretty wet weather, lots of storms, usually during the night or the late afternoon, and the plants just love it. You can actually see how this desert becomes green pretty much immediately. The small plants are growing very quickly. Now, the other problem, this is great, this is awesome, but this area is pretty good at catching the water and holding it. But the problem is in the area that is lower, and we have some erosion problems there to that is basically destroying the road and cutting channels everywhere and moving material. Now we need to stop it somehow, and we need to stop it upstream. And as you can see on that desert floor, there's markings of that water coming here and getting impetus and ending up there. Now one solution is doing the check dams, but check dams may not hold that water a lot enough. So the other solution is to making demi-lunes, semicircles. So this is the practice, permaculture practice, mostly practiced in Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, where they have rains that are infrequent, but there can be a lot of that rain, so they basically go and flash through the surface, and they go to the river and then vanish in the sea. And so the people were just patiently digging shallow semicircles like this, here I'm showing you, and where basically water is coming here, staying here, and basically this here, the berm here, creates a small dam, so even it can capture more water, and the remainder of the water can go around. Now, because it can go around, we probably need a couple of these semicircles, and what I did here, there will be 4 of them, one already dug here and there. So we'll try to at least capture the first, let's say, the first coming of the rains and the first water. Probably another one will be somewhere here, because I see the streaks of water here, and most likely we need maybe 2, 3, 4 here in this area, just to capture that water that comes through here. I see there's lots of plants here. That means there's lots of water coming here, and this pretty much confirms that suspicion. The streaks of that water, there's lots of that water coming here. So I'm thinking that basically this area should also be covered with those demi-lunes. Now, how I do these demi-lunes, sometimes it's kind of hard to find the inclination of the slope, so I constructed this very scientific device using a couple of pieces of scraps. And what it is, it's a letter A shaped, how to call it, maybe I forgot how in schools the children use it to draw the circles. So I just created it approximately 4 or 5 feet radius. It looks like my excavator pretty much handles around 4 feet safely, 5 feet maybe span. And here in between I have the place where I put just regular level, and I calibrated that already, so I know that this level is pretty much on level. So what we do, and it's hard to do it with one hand, so what I do usually, I just sense where is the level on the ground, and that will be the base of that semicircle. And then I drag this one leg of it and basically paint it on the desert floor. This way I know what should be the orientation of that semicircle and where to dig it and so on. So that's the very quick summary. I kind of dug it, this one, for the first time. It's a little bit tricky with this small excavator. Probably, I may mention how I do it, but the goal is just to go deep first and dig and put all the earth out as much as far as possible, and then basically move the excavator a little bit and move that earth more and more, and then at the end on the sides. That's pretty much the technique, and I'll be practicing it more. This doesn't look great, but I need the crude hole in the ground, pretty much. That's the point, right? To stop the water and have good capacity here to hold that water, at least so the check dams can hold the rest and prevent the erosion. All right, guys, thank you for the attention, and we'll see how that works in the future. So I did a little bit of work already. It took me around 1 hour to cut those semicircular structures, but it is pretty tricky with the excavator, and it looks like it's a better deal if I just cut the swale. And this is what I did here. It's much easier to cut it. It's mechanically, there's no planning, there's no strategy here. Pretty much you follow the line, and here we have it. It's a simple trench with the dirt pile on the other side, and I'll just make it a little bit longer up to there where the excavator is standing, up here, this one, and there will be another one in that spot farther down behind that second tree. There will be also a swale, and this should protect that, maybe not whole area. I'll probably need to cut another swale somewhere there, because the water is not coming from here but also from there. So I'll just cut the swale there, and it looks like it's pretty much a top. So here may not be necessary to cut anything. So here will be the swale. It will be pretty long, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll cut one here, somewhere here up to here, because we can see that the water starts going here. Yeah, something like that. All right, let's get to work. And it goes quite fast, honestly. In Africa, the one man can dig much prettier one hole in one day, and obviously they're done for a day because of it being tight. But I can make 10 times more work in half of that time with just a digger, and I still can lift the beer afterwards. All right, let's get to work. All right, so this is the end of the operation for now. I have dug quite a number of holes. It was quite fast, honestly, with the new method, when instead of semicircles I'm cutting basically let's say trenches, and hopefully water will collect in them. That's a question, if that works. And this should probably stop ingress of water into this area of the property where the structures are, and we'll see how that works. I left this spot so I can have a kind of way of traveling through here if I need to. This is also coincidentally the path the cows are taking. But soon the cows will need to find other ways, because I'll be fencing this place. But that's a different story. So now I'll pan from a different side, and hopefully this whole operation will be of great success, or at least partial. And we not only recover this area and it will become green, but also it will capture water much better. And later we can go and think what to do with other places that actually need similar way of protection, but there's no valuable structures downstream. All right, so this is it, and see you next time.